At 2.5 years old, Aris started a regular daycare, a preschool. We were already a little bit concerned about him, and as soon as he started, we really noticed that he wasn't acting like the other kids. So noticeably, he was flapping, he wasn't playing, he wasn't social. Very quickly after that, we found out that he had autism, and that day was understandably devastating.
Joshua and Noah are a year apart in age, and they were each diagnosed with autism when they were 2 years old. We immediately started with ABA therapy, initially approximately 15 to 20 hours a week, but by the time they were each 3, they were receiving 40 hours a week of ABA therapy.
It's indescribable when you get that diagnosis, but also we remember the doctor saying that really, he wouldn't achieve much, he wouldn't have friends, he wouldn't get a job.
Joshua, when he was initially diagnosed and within that first year, we were told that he most likely would never speak. You never heard a sound from him unless he was crying. Noah, on the other hand, was very loud. We can always hear Noah. And when he was first diagnosed, socially, people would approach him and he would just start screaming. It was like he didn't know how to respond to people. His communication wasn't functional. It was almost like he had a language of his own. We were initially, when both boys were diagnosed, we were told if you can't afford the therapy and you have to choose between your boys, to spend the money on Noah because he would get much further. For us, that wasn't an option. That would never have been an option.
As parents, we couldn't accept that. So we started right after researching centers to go to, and we were so happy that we found Shining Through.
We did what we had to do. We continued with Shining Through, and we made sure that he got the therapy that he needed and that he deserved.
So Shining Through Center worked really hard with Aris to get sounds out of him because that was really his greatest challenge. He was non-verbal. And so when he started therapy, it was amazing to watch the therapist do all those activities just so he could say even the smallest sound or two. And so rewarding for us to see and so rewarding for the staff. And he actually started talking. They worked on all the behaviors to modify them. They tried to prepare him for school. I mean, they were just amazing.
It is a very expensive therapy. Currently $75,000 a year at Shining Through. But as families, we're going to do what we have to do to make sure our children get the treatment that they need.
Shining Through is a pretty incredible place. It started with 5 families. Just purchased a home and brought it to this location in Woodbridge for this building we're in. I've heard a lot of, we can't do that, he or she can't do that. It's okay, don't worry about it. And to us as behavior analysts, our goal is, we don't believe in that. We know that we can teach these kids and these adults to do whatever the things that they love doing and the things that will help them succeed in life. There is no impossible for us. We just need to figure out how they learn best and how we're going to get it done. So something that people don't necessarily know always is that autism is actually a highly treatable neurological disorder. We welcome and we would take as many kids as our space allows us, and we could really teach them to, do all the tasks and achieve everything that they've dreamed of. And I think that's what sets us apart from other centers and other clinics, right? That is, it has become a family to be here. So I've definitely seen families grow themselves, not just the children.
So the boy that the doctor said would never speak is now going to Seneca College full-time in the radio broadcasting program.
The program I'm in is radio broadcasting, so basically anything to do with radio. I've been taking courses and stuff such as announcing, digital work, new media, radio production, so basically operating some of the radio boards that they have in the audio suites and such. Oh, I'm loving it. I think this is the best program for me because I've always loved the radio since as long as I can remember, listening to it in the car, at home on occasion. Plus, I always loved announcing and narrating. I still do, so I felt like it was a good fit for me. I have a few shows on a podcasting website called Spreaker. I basically give the highlights for some of the episodes of the shows, and in some cases my personal theories as to like what would I want to see from the shows in the future.
It's his dream to be an announcer, and we couldn't be more proud, and we owe everything to the dedicated staff at Shining Through.
And now Noah is at Seneca College at your campus. He's doing art fundamentals.
Art is a passion for me. Like drawing is like a passion. I've done it since like I was like really young, and it always helped me with stress and anxiety. Like if I had something I need to feel, if I felt bad and I like draw it out and like I would feel much better now. Like art is my thing, pretty much. It's my soul.
I didn't know that he could truly make it there. And I know 100% that the reason that he has and that Josh has is because of the therapy that they received.
Shining Through has really helped me with a lot of challenges. Like, thanks to them, I've gotten better, I've grown up, I've done a lot. I've done a lot since then. A lot has changed.
Now, Joshua is actually just turning 22 years old, and he is still with Shining Through, but he's working. He's working at UPS in the HR department. He's working at St. Louis Bar and Grill.
I used to clean the tables and chairs here. Now I portion food and wash dishes.
With Josh, a typical day with him is to come into St. Louis, and he goes to the back, puts his stuff away, and he begins to portion food.
My favorite part is portioning food in the kitchen and washing the dishes.
When we first started, we were sitting in the back with Josh, but we have been able to fade ourselves out, so now we actually sit in the dining room and watch him through FaceTime as he portions food, and he's been doing really well with that.
We are very happy to host several of the students from Shining Through Center at our location on a regular basis. One of them, probably the highest profile guy, is Josh, and he comes on a regular basis, and we're happy to do it because of the larger commitment that St. Louis has to autism in general, but specifically it's a community-based organization that's very close to our location and kind of close to our hearts too.
He's able to engage in the community and engage with others in the community. I never would have imagined that he would be able to be working in an office environment and to be able to ask coworkers and his manager questions when he runs into problems. But he's able to do that now.
Time goes by and I've been holding.
So Judah was 2 when he was diagnosed, and Ronan got his diagnosis when he was 3. And then found out about Shining Through and decided to look at it because we needed a place for Ronan now. So we investigated here at Shining Through, and we met with the staff, and quite frankly, it was one of the only places that we really felt they believed in our kids.
Ronan started here, he really had limited language, and communication was our primary focus. Over the last 2 years that he's been with us, it has been amazing to watch it really just explode. The vocabulary he uses and the length of sentences he's now stringing together, the number of words is really just astounding. Judah, when he started with us also, one of his focuses was probably toileting, and that is something that we can proudly say that Judah is fully toilet trained.
And it took a year to actually get him toilet trained, but now it's like we look back on it and we just like we talk about it like, oh my God, do you remember that time?
He also communicates using a picture exchange communication system, which he's fluent with. He can flip through pages, he can find his teacher, tap them on the shoulder, exchange the picture, and get whatever item or action he may be wanting.
There were times when I almost gave up, and I actually emailed Sherry and I said, listen, I don't think he's getting it. Like if this continues to happen, I'm just gonna throw a diaper back on him and we're done.
Yeah.
And it was Sherry that emailed me and she says, Miranda, he is smart and he can do this. She believes believes in them. She does.
Yeah.
And nobody else has, I swear. But the people here, they do.
I really believe that our staff here are the most passionate I've ever come across. They really care for these children as if they're their own. It's great to see a family who feels hesitant dropping off their child maybe for the first few days, for a few weeks, and now they can just watch their learner run on in, hug their teacher, and I think driving away, having that feeling that you know your child's in a safe space is really important.
The next Joshua and Noah are in our doors, they're in our classrooms right now. And this therapy is what's going to make a difference for them, for every gain that they are going to make daily and yearly, for all the goals and the dreams that their parents have that they will reach.
Say, never give up hope, always believe in the abilities of your child, and Shining Through will help you and your child achieve those dreams.
First of all, go to Shining Through because it really helps a lot. They helped me and I know they can help you too. And just because you're stuck with this thing that you have, maybe you're autistic, maybe you have trouble talking, doesn't mean your dreams can't come true. You should always believe in your dreams, always have hope, and no matter what, keep trying, the sky is the limit.
I believe in